He's got supporters. Detroit, New York, Los Angeles, inciting large-scale arrests and sympathy marches.
I'm very aware of that, Mr. Hoover.
What I do know is he's nonviolent.
What I need to know right now, what's Martin Luther King about to do next?
How might the issues in the film be relevant to youth today?
I think that the power of peaceful protest, especially in light of some of what's going on in the world today, is a wonderful thing to see. I also think how important the vote is. When you see that people died for this right, when you see that people were denied this right for centuries on the basis of race, I think it would make young people think twice about taking that privilege for granted.
There are some strong female characters in the film. How important was it for the civil rights movement to feature both men and women activists?
Well, you know, to make a film about the civil rights movement and not include women is to lie about what was going on. So it was really important to me when I came on board the project to insert women into the film. Coretta Scott King, for sure, was in the film previously, but she was just a phone call. So it was really important to elongate her and enlarge her role in it because she was right there by Dr. King's side. So that was a vital aspect of our work on the film.
I'm worried about your safety. People actually say they're gonna kill our children.
What excited or challenged you about playing this role?
The fact that a film about him has never been made. Which is crazy, really, when you think about who he is, what he represents. We all feel like we know who Dr. King is, but actually we don't, because what we mainly see are the speeches, or we know about his assassination, but who he was as a person is little known. So all of those elements make it very exciting to finally have a film about him.
What new perspectives of Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement can Selma give young people?
Most people really only know the top line things about King. I have a dream, he believed in peace and he died. This film is telling you who he really was as a person. He had an ego, he had stress, he was a brilliant tactician, he was a prankster, he was a man. I think if we can see him as a man who did great things, then perhaps we can see in ourselves as men and women and regular people that we can do great things.
Those that have gone before us say, no more, no more. That means protest, that means march, that means disturb the peace, that means jail, that means risk, and that is hard.
What advice would you give young people making a film about a real historical event?
You know, I think it's just important as you're talking about history to let it come alive off of the page. You know, this is not a history book, this is a film. So you're able to do things that actually breathe life into the characters and allow people to enter into the story in a more emotional, personal way.
You've made us connect emotionally with Martin Luther King in this film. Do you feel this is the best way for people to look at the facts in history?
It's one of the best ways. You know, my hope is that people will watch this film and feel compelled to go and read, not just about Dr. King, but about the civil rights movement. You know, I think film has become even more valuable in terms of being thought-provoking and hopefully, I don't know, with our film anyway, provoking people into social action and social responsibility.
What happens when a man stands up, says enough is enough?